Hello happy people, I'm back with another video and I've decided to do something a little bit different. I'd like to start a series on my channel, something that kind of journeys or chronicles some of the events that took place while I was serving in the Peace Corps. I thought it would be kind of cool to kind of just start a segment. I have a few videos on my channel about kind of what life was like when I was there and how I heated my house and things like that, and I thought it might be kind of cool to share some of the random quirky things that happen while you're serving in the Peace Corps. So I'm gonna call this series Tales from the Peace Corps, and so I hope you all enjoy kind of the stories and the events that I have to share with you all. So today I want to talk about a situation that happened when I was there. So in case you all don't know, I served in the Peace Corps for 2 years. It was in a country called Moldova. It's in Eastern Europe, and I did business advising there. And during my service, one of the things that I found most difficult while I was there was being a person of color. And so I got a lot of staring and pointing and laughing and things like that. And like in the beginning, it was pretty cool. Like I really enjoyed it because it was an opportunity for me to be able to teach people that different people come from different places and cultures and things like that. And I can remember I had, after about a year in, I was pretty over the whole amount of attention that I got or whatever because I look so different. And so I had kind of gotten to a point where I was becoming a bit just standoffish, very cold, very unfriendly in a sense. And I mean, that's not who I am by nature, but just after kind of dealing with that for a prolonged period of time, it just kind of, that's what came out during that period. And so I did find myself not wanting to interact with people as much, or I would even kind of go so much to avoid eye contact and things like that, just because at that point I just didn't want to know, I didn't care, etc. And so I remember this one day in particular where I was pretty I don't know, how do I describe it, just fed up, I guess. And so I noticed that when I was out and about, I would just be, well, let me say this too. I think it kind of got to a point where I was so fed up and tired that I even started to get a little bit of paranoid. Like I thought that like people might try and do something or something like that just because I was always the center of attention. And I can remember one day particularly where I was shopping around in like the district that I was in, and I had finished grocery shopping and I was getting ready to go home, and I had ran into another friend, somebody who, like, you know, they lived in the district or whatever, and every so often we'd run into each other and we became friends. And so I ended up running into them when I was on my way home, and we were kind of just like walking and talking. And I remember like I felt this arm reach out and touch my elbow, and my instant reaction was to turn around and almost kind of like hit the person. But because like I said, I was just paranoid, so I was just like, I would freak out very easily on like little things that I normally wouldn't freak out about. And so the lady, she grabbed my arm, and I turned around and I caught myself because I got a glimpse of her face, and she was this elderly, cute little Russian woman. And she said these words to me. It was in Russian. Now, while I was in Moldova, I learned Romanian, so I didn't speak Russian very well, but my friend that I was with, he knew Russian very good. And so the lady, she said something to me, and she like looked me directly in my eyes as if she had knew me, and as if she knew that those words needed to be said to me in that moment. And she mumbled whatever, and then I looked at her, and you know, I said, you know, skuzats or whatever, like povtim. I didn't know what she said, so that's like, excuse me, what did you say? And my friend translated for me, and she had said, God loves you. And like, like instantly I wanted to cry. Honestly, I'm getting a little like some chills even just talking about it. But I wanted to just bawl out and cry, because how did she know that I needed to personally hear those words in that moment? Like, I did feel alone. I did feel like no one cared. I did feel like no one could understand or empathize or even grasp what I was going through, even a little bit. And so for her to just stop me in that moment, not knowing me from, you know, one person to the next, and to say those words to me meant so much. And so I say that to say, you never know who your guiding angel might be. You never know when the universe is going to place someone in front of you, or just send you a message in a moment where you might really need to hear it. And so, yeah, that's just one of my cool experiences that I had while I was in the Peace Corps. I'll be excited to share even more with you all. If you all have any questions about Peace Corps, you know, how I got in it, what made me interested, how did I get picked, how did I know where I was going, etc., etc., what it's like once you get there, what it's like living with a host family, whatever questions you all might have, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy and excited to share all that with you. So yeah, this is my first edition of Tales from the Peace Corps, and I'm excited to share even more with you all. So it might get a little deep, you know, so it might get pretty serious, things might be light, things might get heavy, so be prepared. And I think for things that are like super serious and deep, I'll try to warn you all about it, so that you're not caught off guard, because I got some things to share. Okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. I hope you have a wonderful, awesome, spectacular day. Bye.